Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop-rolls. This week, I remembered to change our audios back to the tabletop RPG levels after the Stardew Valley stream, so I feel good about myself.
Good job, babe.
I hope everyone's having a wonderful day tonight. A few announcements before we get started. Here are those few announcements. Number one, starting next week, our next week basically, we're going to be only doing the tabletop RPG shows, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Friday might have a couple weeks off in the next month of May, but then after May we'll be back to our full regular scheduled programming. So we have that. We did that one. That's good. What was the other stuff I wanted to talk about today? PaizoCon. That's right. If you're going to be at PaizoCon, I'm going to be at PaizoCon. Just me. Sad.
Sorry, Will.
Come and hang out. I'm going to see. I've been working on. I've been trying to get the courage up to go onto like the Paizo Discord for everyone and be like, hey, let's have some fun. Let's all get together and do like a creator night thing one night at PaizoCon for the people who are there. I've been slowly getting the courage up to do that.
Watch, someone will respond immediately with, make a charisma check.
That'd be very funny. But yeah, so PaizoCon's coming up. I'll be there. I'll give you all the details. I'll give you all the hot details that I get while I'm there of cool things coming up.
The hot deets.
The hot deets. Then, of course, we have a couple other fun things on the channel going on right now. We, of course, have our regular cast with us, but I'll let Matt introduce them in a minute. So I've done the PaizoCon, I've done the show programming announcements. This is the Strength of Thousands AP. Matt, I've been rambling. Continue on with the intro for us, Matt. Go ahead.
Speaking of rambling, here am I, the DM, Matthew Urban, or Urbanoff in various places on the internet. I'm here to run this group of funny animal peoples, and I guess Ophelia. Ophelia's not an animal person, the only non-animal person. So there's that. And speaking of, so why don't you introduce your character, Ophelia?
I'm Zoe. I go by Zoe Pose on the internet, and I play Ophelia. She is our elf bard who is not an animal.
I mean, aren't we all animals on the inside? You know, where our organs are. But speaking of organs and things that might be torn out during a sacrifice, which is a thing that happens in cults, Will, why don't you introduce your character?
Hi there, I'm Will, and I'm not part of a cult yet, but I'm playing Igara tonight. We're playing Igara tonight. They're a Gripply summoner. And their friend Gamma, who's their summon. And their pet Choco, who chat will never let die, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Chat has a great fondness for
Choco.
ebony giant birds. Anyway, birds are a thing that fly as well. And speaking of things that fly like bats, McKenna, who are you playing tonight?
Hello, I'm playing Avi Avi, the Batfolk Witch. And she actually doesn't have a fly speed yet. Hopefully soon. I think that comes online at like level 7.
Watch, I'll just give you stilts instead.
Okay.
Aww.
It's very
and,
tall stilts with a very small bat on top.
and speaking of things that would make hilarious internet videos, we have a catfolk with us played by Aaron. Why don't you introduce your character?
Meow. Hi, I'm Aaron. I also go by Aerith and Aaron on the internet. Right now I'm dealing with a small headache. It's kind of lingering, so I'm not talking much right now, but I'm hanging in there, and I'll just do funny cat stuff for this trip.
Remember, everyone, drink plenty of water.
Yes, I'm doing that
Or
right now.
Baja Blast.
Or, 7-Up with grenadine.
Or, water.
Don't drink that.
I got
Fish
Oh,
poop in it.
okay.
tree toner.
Yeah.
Ooh, yummy. Tree
Yummy.
toner.
Alright.
But I believe that wraps up all our introductions. So before I go into the recap of what happened last time, Will, if you'd like, feel free to roll that intro.
Pushing the button. And we're back.
And welcome back. When last we left our intrepid group of adventurous students, one day I'll come up with a unique term for both students and adventurous in a single term, but not today. They had been called upon to deal with a bit of a situation at the Carnivorous Gardens, which are a unique garden, kind of greenhouse in Nantambu, where the main attraction is all various forms of carnivorous plants from all over the Milwaukee Expanse and possibly beyond. The problem was that one of the caretakers had decided to try and innovate by creating a possibly self-replicating food source by using modified oozes to feed the plants. And unfortunately, this got out of hand. Oozes were let loose in the garden, having adverse effects on the plants and the environments. And the students had been called in, becoming some of the problem solvers of the campus, to resolve the situation. After narrowly avoiding a instant death for the large bird, thanks to the fact that the trap can actually only target one person at a time. Yeah.
Thank God.
They managed to save two unfortunate giant fly traps that had ingested ochre oozes and were threatening to go all aliens, the original, on us. And dispatched the ochre jellies. And now, standing in the gooey remains of their vanquished foes, we zoom back in on the party and come out of the cutscene.
All right.
Does anyone have any healing potions or anything? I am.
Yeah, everyone, come on,
I'm real
come
knackered.
along, everyone, come around, Igara. Alrighty, okay, let's see what we got here. All right, we got Avi. You got some acid lacerations here. We got some gamma muck mud for those.
Thank
You
you.
get 20 hit points back.
Oh no, your muck comes alive as a new form of slime.
Oh,
Please, no.
God.
How are you looking,
Just wait.
Avi?
I am at, on a scale from 0 to 51, I'm at like a 22.
All right, well, then we'll give you another hit.
Just wait till I come up with my animate blood spell, where I turn your blood into a living thing that attacks you from the inside out.
Have another
What if
14.
you didn't?
Nah, that doesn't sound like fun.
Another 12. Let me know when you're at full.
Okay. 36 plus 12, that's close enough.
All right, who else got hit? Ophelia?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of healing, just a little.
How's 9?
Like one more.
18?
Ah, that's the good shit. Thank you.
That's the good shit.
Do not become addicted to healing potions. Or
That brings Choco back to
Technically,
full.
this isn't a healing potion. It's
no, it's just
some mud.
how much time will have passed with all these?
Probably
Let's
half
all day.
an hour.
They're 10 minutes. So let's see. 30. So 10, 20. So these are obvious. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 10, 20. So far 40 minutes only.
Okay.
And then one more for me. So after this one, it'll be 40 minutes. Okay. 57. plus 15. 72. Good enough. All right. So 40 minutes passed.
Okay.
Thank you, continual recovery.
Yeah. Though in a way, certain, a lot of things don't have built-in time limits or anything. But yeah, so you guys can advance through the rest of the greenhouse if you'd like. Try to make, little 10-foot movements and then let everyone catch up.
Mhm.
Now, because there was some controversy about perception checks and ranges last time, which I'm not going to criticize or anything. Feel free, everyone, if you'd like, if you are feeling like there might be traps or concealed plants or oozes masquerading as your friends, having replaced them when you weren't looking.
What?
I don't know. Igro's looking pretty sus.
I'll do a little discern secrets and perception.
Perception check.
That'll be a 25
God's
total, but
got
it does
nothing.
not matter because Ophelia does great.
Ophelia, you think Aerith vented. No. You, as far as you can tell, there are no more concealed hazards for a good distance ahead of you.
Come to the river bend.
Also, someone needs to get to reactor right now.
Come to the river bend.
All right. As you guys approach the north part of the gazebo, you do kind of see this next area. There seems to be a bit of a smell here. There is a sewer grate on the floor that seems to have taken some damage at some point, and with it being damaged, there's kind of a spray of rot covering the area, and it's leaving quite the smell. On the plus side, the plants seem to have been pacified by the repulsive coating of filth.
Hmm.
If we hop
Lovely.
backwards through this, the rot will build up slower. Wait, wrong game.
I think I might be able to press
That really doesn't make any
some
sense
of it.
why that works.
But if it's smelly and the plants like the smelly, why would we get rid of the smelly? Right?
I mean, if it's rot, though, it might hurt them in the long run.
I mean, Gamma.
It doesn't look corrosive or anything. The plants seem fine. They just aren't, snapping around at anything.
So this is where the grate is.
Yeah, that little square, I think.
This is a statue.
Yeah, it's another one of them.
Is it-
Probably like this person made a generous donation to the greenhouse.
Is it
Blah, blah,
built
blah.
into the? Is it built into like the ground, or could Gamma push it over the hole?
It's hard to tell. It looks like it might just have been set there. It doesn't look like it's doesn't go down into the ground on a big pillar or anything. So
Is there anything suspicious about that statue?
Oh, all right. So
Yeah.
move Gamma back about 1 square.
Sure.
As Gamma
Goes to
moves
push
towards the statue, there is this horrible bubbling sound, and something just kind of splurches in a kind of a bubble popping almost of goo out of the sewer grate. And I'm going to switch layers here and move this to the token layer.
Icky!
And because I have no reason to hide this from you, a mutated sewer ooze pops out of the ground,
Ew.
Cute.
and we are going to roll initiative.
Cute.
Smelly!
Stinky.
Hold on, let me get the
stinky
initiative
boy.
tracker up. All right. So remember to click your character tokens, and then hit initiative.
24.
Oh god.
Oof.
Not bad.
Thankfully, the sewer ooze is a little slower than Gamma, or Igara. Blah, 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 blah,
Ooh,
blah.
Aerith is good too.
Y'all ever just roll a 1 on your initiative? God damn.
Yes, regularly.
Wait, you guys get to roll higher than 5 on your initiative? What?
Honestly.
Is that everyone?
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
so.
then I will make descending. Now here's a question for you, Will.
Mm-hmm.
For effects that count as a creature that enters an area,
Yes.
If you start your turn having entered the area, do you
Yes.
immediately have to check?
Yes.
All right.
Fort save, I assume?
Yes, you are hit by the noxious scent.
Yeah.
So give me a fort save, please.
28.
That is a success.
Great. So here's what we're doing. Action number 1. Striking
Does
belly
Gamma
button.
have to check as well?
That was Gamma's check.
Oh, do you both check together?
Is it a 15-foot aura?
It's a 30-foot aura.
Oh, then I will have to check as well.
Everyone is going to have to check, except I guess maybe
Yeah.
Ophelia and
17 will fail, I assume, and then Choco.
yes.
They are
will get
within
an
range
11.
too.
All right, so Igura and Choco, you guys are just sickened 1.
Okay, that's fine. That's no big deal. But Gamma with the 28 to hit for 15 sonic damage.
Oh!
My roll 20 is catching up. Oh, Ophelia, you don't need to check yet, but we'll let you
You
keep
can
that.
use that on your turn now.
This was the belly strike.
Yep, so
All
that
right.
would technically be, because Gamma and I share conditions, a 27 for 15.
27. That hits. It cannot crit.
Yep.
Yes, oozes. So that's going to be 15 damage.
15
Just
sonic
checking.
damage.
Okay. And it is not immune to that, so that's a good
Second
chunk of
attack.
damage there.
21 for 10 sonic.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 25.
And then third action, Igura is going to cast Protect Companion on Gamma.
Okay. We move on to Aerith.
Cool. All right. So saying that this creature is not, well, of course, the strongest thing is fire. So I'm just going to use a level 2 magic missile. No, sorry, just a magic missile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a level 1, I guess, then?
Yeah, just a level 1. I'm sorry.
Yeah, magic missile doesn't scale to level 3, so
Yeah, I had another spell mixed up with magic missile because I'm like, both of them are fire. Yes.
I think
I
magic
remember
missile
that,
is
yeah.
force.
Magic
so.
missile is force.
Mhm.
And are you using all 3 actions?
I'm just gonna use. I'll do all 3 actions.
Okay, so roll magic missiles damage 3 times, please. So that's 3. That's 2, so a total of 5. Oh, it went by so fast. So 3, 3, and 2. So that is a total of 8 damage.
Yep.
All right. It still seems to be standing, though it seems to have a decent amount of its body mass exploded off of it through a combination of belly bumps and force damage.
Sweet.
All right. That was your whole turn. Okay. I'm so glad you guys didn't kill it before I get to do this.
Oh
It can
no.
only do this once per minute.
No!
Filth wave.
No!
So all creatures within 20 feet, which I think is only going to be the 3 guys that Will controls
Yes.
and maybe Avi.
Yeah, I
Nope,
think
Avi's
so.
25.
Nope, Avi's out of it.
It's just Will.
You know what? Hold on then. I'm going to change that up a little bit. I'm going to move.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
no take backsies.
I can do what I want. I'm the DM.
Damn it.
Oh.
So I'll give you a little bit, Ophelia.
I got to make it a little bit challenging for you guys. You took off half of its health before it got to act.
Oozes are slow.
That's fine.
All right. So each creature in the area must succeed at a reflex save.
Oh, that's absolutely nothing.
Nope.
Okay, this is a fun.
That is a critical failure.
Yup.
I don't think it actually makes a difference. Don't worry. Oh no, it actually does make a critical
It does.
difference.
Yeah.
It touches you.
That's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I don't think it gets you, Aerith.
Look at me.
Oh, okay.
I think it gets everyone but Aerith.
Oh, I just need to make sure.
That is I think everyone fails.
What?
It's a DC of 24.
Damn it, I was so
Oh,
close.
Oh, wow.
So anyone who rolled a 14 or lower critically fails. So you guys are going to take
8.
everyone who failed take 4 acid damage, And you have a minus 10 foot penalty for your speeds per minute. And anyone who critically failed, so a 14 or lower, you are knocked prone.
Wow.
Gamma's prone. I'm technically mounted.
Does Deathbird fall prone?
No, Deathbird just succeeded.
Okay, then yeah. You would fall, you get jostled about.
Yeah. On a side note, because it's a damaging effect, I would take the worst of the 2 damage between me and Gamma because we got both critically failed. I'm just taking 8. I don't take double damage.
Okay, would you take double damage anyway?
Well, I take 8 because I took 4. We critically failed.
Okay.
So I took 8. I'm not taking 16.
All right, and just so you guys know, you can take a interact action to clean yourself off, but it takes an action to get 5 of your speed back, so you'd have to spend 2 actions to get your whole speed back. And then that was move, that was a thing, and then it's going to just... it's going to whack Gamma, because Gamma's the one that attacked it with its pseudopod, though, yeah, this will still be the first attack.
Yep.
36.
Alrighty, give me 1 second. So 20 is his AC. Oh, wait, that's Igara. Where's Gamma? So 22. So that will crit. I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay.
To do for the Protect Companion reaction.
Yeah, you would set that up, so that's fine.
Yep. Granted, we only have 2nd level spells, so it's only going to reduce the damage by 10.
Well, that cuts it in half. That negates the crit, essentially.
Well, no, because there's 8 acid damage on top
Yes.
of it. So it's 28
yes.
total. I'm going to take 5 hit points, so...
Oh, wow. Someone went hero point crazy in the chat.
So that becomes 18. So I take 23 instead of 28.
Oh, squishy. All right, and we'll see if the persistent damage matters by the time we get back to you. That's the Ooze's entire turn. Avi, it's your turn, and Ophelia, you're up next.
Well, I'm going to stand up, so that takes an action.
Drip, drip, drip.
Brush myself off, so that takes an action. And I guess I'll make a knowledge check to see, like, maybe this guy has different resistances than the last one.
Sure.
Just let me know what I'm rolling.
Oozes, I believe, are arcana, because they're not, like, natural creatures.
Oh,
Well, they are, but they're weird.
That's a nat 20! What do you know?
Oh, boy. So I'll just tell you everything.
Just give it to me, baby.
It has no resistances, but it is immune to acid, crits, mental, precision, unconscious, and visual.
What about, like, electricity piercing,
Nope.
slashing?
There are no, it doesn't split. It doesn't have any elemental resistances of any kind. It actually is, it's got, like, less tanky abilities than the previous ones.
Bleed?
No, it's not resistant to bleed. It literally, though it admittedly will not be bleeding blood, it'll just be bleeding its body mass.
Does it
Okay,
say...
good to know.
Does it say ooze immunities in the stat block?
It does not.
Okay.
It says immunities and then lists specific things.
Then we're good.
Because this is a mutated sewer ooze. It's different.
Interesting.
It's different.
Alright, I'll share that with the party.
Okay. That brings us then to Ophelia, and then we're back to Igara.
I get Bard Song up, and Igora gets a haste. That's my turn.
All right, so, and you save the reflex, so you're not prone. Okay. All right. Yeah, that brings us right back to Igara. And Aerith, you'll be up next.
All
Okay.
right. So hasted attack. Gamma's going to striking belly bump. 18 for 9.
19.
19 for
19 will hit. 9 damage goes through.
10
It's
damage.
looking pretty weak.
10 damage because of Bard Song.
It's looking pretty weak.
Second attack.
Anyway.
20 will hit, and even with the low damage, that will finish off the mutated sewer ooze. It only had 45 health.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm just glad I got to do my filth wave.
You got to do your filth wave, and now we. End of my
Hit you
turn.
guys like body odor at a mosh pit.
Hey Matt. End of my
Ew.
turn. I
Yeah,
take
press the
acid
digitation
damage.
immediately.
Do we have to worry about the acid damage in your turn, Will?
Technically, because I'm still in it, because it's persistent. Yes, we do.
But it's not within risk of killing you, so I think. Yeah, and you guys can technically take as much time as you want to heal, so it's kind of irrelevant.
We're good. You're still hasted.
So I am going to clear the initiative tracker, and there you go. You guys solved the second ooze puzzle.
I just look over to you.
The answer
Ophelia,
was not die.
the last time I ran forward while hasted, we almost all died. I'm going to
When
take
was
this.
that again?
What?
I said, when was that again?
Literally
The
yesterday.
door fiasco.
You both said things at the same time, and I don't know what was said.
Literally yesterday.
Huh. Forgot about that. Oh.
Go fast. Gotta go fast.
Well, same deal.
Oh wait, yeah, I remember that when he opened the door and got hit with the horrifying crossbow bolt to the face.
Hmm.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do now?
Same deal. Riverbend perception check.
Okay. Ah,
Good job, Gamma.
you guys, most of you seems fine, and you're about to step forward, but then Gamma puts up a webbed hand, and he slowly kind of turns your head, Igara, and you can see now that he is pointing it out, another one of those agitated carnivorous plants that seemed like another lump of vegetation on the ground, but now as you can see is still kind of moving a little bit.
Meat from the meat bucket into the plant.
Make a nature check to feed it properly.
Sure thing. That's Gamma. Where's Igara? Here's
Throw them
Igara.
next to it. You eat it.
20.
It seems like it doesn't seem interested in the dead meat. If you guys want, you could give me a survival to distract the plant or a nature to calm it.
Got nothing.
Keep in mind, these are decently high, and you have to be trained in survival or expert in nature.
Ah.
I'm an expert in nature, but wisdom is my dumb stat.
I am...
Just a little. No.
Alright, well, plan
Nope.
B. Choco, you know what to do.
Oh, Igora, don't. There
What?
has to be something else we can do. What if we just, I don't know, threw something else at it?
I mean, Choco literally can't fit through here. We could throw Gamma at it. Here, Gamma.
Igora.
Mama!
Isn't that gonna hurt you too, though?
Yeah, it'll hurt me, but I can just bandage myself up.
Do you want to step into the triggering era?
I mean, we could also just set it on fire, but we probably don't want to kill the plants, right?
Kill the plant?
I don't think killing it is a good idea because they specifically told us to not to.
Yeah. Here, give me 1 second. Let me think about this.
Yeah, if you guys want, you can take your time and think about it.
Duration. Here. These things made an attack roll on us last time. Like, they physically tried to bite us. So here's what we're going to do.
Well, first, just as you remember, first thing is they wrapped around. They used the vines to grab someone and then attack.
Gamma can get a mirror image.
Excuse me. Okay.
And then Gamma will step in.
Okay. Gamma, make me a reflex save.
Old habits die hard, chat. 30.
All right, so Gamma is not restrained, but it still does attempt to make an attack. So what's Gamma on the D4?
Well, it has to hit first.
Right.
That's a fair point. Give me
But
a
what
quick
is he
second.
on D4 for mirror image?
He's a 1.
Okay,
I always go
it is
with
going
the
to
one.
make gnawing plant attack.
1.
Crit. So
Jeez.
it automatically hits. It turns into a normal 1, so it pops the mirror image instantly.
Yep. And I just take 31 points of damage.
Wow.
What the hell?
But as I understand, since this is a hazard, that's the one attack it makes. That's probably why it has a plus 17 to attack to almost guarantee its hit.
Jesus.
I mean, it's a trap.
Are we taking time to chillax now?
And I'll just top myself off. I'm still good.
I'm gonna also move. Oh no, I can't.
Ooh, nice.
30.
Can you guys see the dotted line thing?
Huh? No.
No.
Okay. I'm just going to move. Oh, I
I
don't
just
want to.
moved Gamma forward. Assuming that would
Okay.
be.
Well, could you move Gamma to the right? I just want to get him out of the triggering area now. All right. So, what do you guys want to do now? And I should point out that actually, yeah, you guys didn't even think about it last time, but you didn't actually hurt the first triggering plant. So far, you have killed no plants.
Yeah.
You saved the other 2, just barely.
Quick perception check to make sure there's nothing else around.
Well, you think you might want to advance like a couple steps because you're just going to be checking getting this one.
All right, we'll go up to like there, right beside it.
Okay, now you can give me a perception check.
Perception.
Ah. Gamma holds up another webbed finger or webbed hand
Got a 20.
and gestures to the far side of the entrance of what looks like a gazebo.
Mm-hmm.
And you see another agitated carnivorous plant. And you get the impression, based on your previous 2 experiences, to enter the gazebo, you'll need to get to deal with this.
Okay, try to disarm it. 28
Nice.
with meat bucket.
Okay.
Now, are you an expert in nature?
I am an expert in nature.
That will calm the plant then. This time you get it close enough, and it's like, trying to feed those stupid berries to Pokemon in Pokemon Go, and it manages to subdue the plant. I'm just going to remove both of these guys now, actually.
I wanted to pet my Pokemon, not smack it.
Oh.
Siren starts going. So yeah, it looks like the path to the south leads you guys essentially back to the entrance, basically, or very close to the beach. So all that's left possibly is to inspect the inside of the gazebo to make sure there's nothing untoward going on in there.
Oh, let's
Um,
gazebo.
Just a bit of block text. The stone gazebo contains a decorative bench overgrown with moss and tiny pitcher plants. Ivy on the gazebo sides is lush and green, trailing across its base and the surrounding path. This looks like weeks or even months of overgrowth, not simply a few days' worth. And you do all notice that all the plants here seem weirdly verdant. They're living their best lives.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Well,
It does that does make a point that everything around the gazebo is difficult terrain.
shall we
difficult.
head into the gazebo?
Perception check?
Yeah. Inspect the gazebo.
Ooh, 28 on perception.
Oh, I don't. It looks safe to me.
Hey.
28. Aerith, twinsy.
So both Gamma and Choco with their, and actually Igor, now that I look up, you guys were all too quick to roll perceptions.
And August.
28.
You do see there's something wiggling on the very top of the gazebo, like a moving piece of gum almost, like, there appears to be another ooze sitting on the top of the gazebo, and sort of on cue, as you guys have seen it. Hold on. It drops to the ground.
Hecky.
Splurp, and we're gonna have to roll initiative again.
Okay.
I was hoping to drop right on top one of you guys, but you managed to spot it first. And this is the Verdurous Ooze.
Verdurous.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I didn't have the initiative tracker up.
Okay, well, we can just.
Sorry,
I'm gonna
guys.
scroll again, and then you'll
Oh,
just.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
It
Once
just
I
takes
hit,
a second.
it calls everyone's up.
Yeah.
Neat. Very cool.
All right, I think that's everyone too. You guys are getting good on the draw, so I will descending. So we're gonna start with the best configuration, Ophelia first.
We love to see
All right, we got Bite Song up. And well, I'm gonna use my signature spell and throw a sound burst right at that thing. Probably like around here where it won't hit Gamma.
Is it 15 or 10 feet?
I can never remember.
I'm pretty sure Sunburst is 10, unless you're using something special on it.
Foot burst.
I think it's 10.
Right there should be good.
1 foot burst. Watcha!
Oh, fortitude though against an ooze.
All right. 32, critical success.
Oof.
Yeah, oozes
Oof.
are very
It
good
doesn't
at
even
spell
jiggle
saves.
like a perturbed thing of jello.
All right. Goodbye.
That was your turn, I guess?
Yes.
Bard Song and Soundburst. All right. Igora, Aerith, you're up next week. Are we the same initiative order as last time?
Yes.
No, because Ophelia is first this time.
Ah, that's a good point.
All right. Igor is going to battle medicine himself and auto succeed for 14 more hit points.
Probably already been a minute, huh?
15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been a minute since the top trap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Haste is gone, I'm afraid.
Well, I was thinking more of the mirror images.
Mirror image.
Yeah.
Then in that case, for my other two actions,
Excuse me.
we'll pop another mirror image onto Gamma.
All right. Aerith, you're up.
Yes.
Matt, you're up
All
next.
right. So this slime looks pretty huge, and from what I remember, I believe I have actually a scorching ray that I can use on the big slime.
Yeah, at third level. If you want.
So, so I would like to use a third level scorching ray
All right.
that I will do. And it's 3 actions.
Yep.
So 1, 2, and 3.
Cool. And then we
All
also
right.
have to add the extra d6 for it.
So just to roll /R space D6, and we'll just, or 3D6, I guess?
No, let me do the math quickly.
Okay.
2.
Sure.
Don't forget
It's
to add art.
4, 8. It's 12 d6 in total.
Oof.
Okay, so
Well, including what's already there or in addition?
In addition to.
Okay, wow.
Because when you use 3 actions, it adds another 2d6. So right now it's only 2d6, so because you use 3 actions, it's 4d6, and then the heightened version adds another 2d6 for each one.
Oh my god.
oh wow. So do you still want me to /R?
Yeah, /R 12D6, I guess.
Because the base damage
All
for
together?
the single ray is 2d6. Then when you spend 3 actions, it increases to 4d6. And then each level increases, adds another 2d6.
Aren't you only increasing it by 1 level, though, or?
Yes, but it's 3 separate things. So each ray gets the increase.
All together or
Space between the R and the 12d6.
thank you.
I think it would only add 2d6 for the...
So you fire a ray. On a hit, the target takes 2d6 damage, and on a critical double. That doesn't matter. For each additional action you use when casting a spell, you fire an additional ray at, a different target.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I was.
Oh,
wondering
so-
how that worked.
Oh, that's actually a useless spell now. You can't single target it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You can't
Also,
once.
we didn't do a second and third attacks for these.
Yes, we did.
They were all first attacks. Or did we?
Oh, no, we didn't. That's
No,
fine,
we
though.
didn't.
But it's an ooze, so its AC is like 10 probably.
12.
12.
Bless its heart.
So
Well, either way, it's then instead
yeah,
of
it still
12d6,
hits all three.
It's 46 added.
So just roll R/R full at 46 instead, please.
Okay.
That is 9.
That seemed a little too good.
That's actually a
Yeah.
lot worse now. 9.
Huh.
All right, so let's all add up all the original damage. So that is 9 to turn into 10, 6 turn into 7, so that's 17. And then there's a nice kind of ghetto crit, so that's 13. So that is 23 plus an additional 15, which brings us up to 38. If my math is correct.
That's solid.
All right. Oh, doesn't quite line up. I have to do math now.
No, technically it'd be worse, wouldn't it? Because it has to target different things.
It just depends on what you need it for.
Yeah. Weird.
Well, technically, you can fire an additional ray at a different target.
Yeah.
You don't have to. So. All right. So it seems to take a good bit of damage, but bizarrely, despite being like a quarter of the size of the previous one, it does seem a little more solid. It's got more HP.
That's fair.
Speaking of which, on its turn, okay, it is going to, let's make sure I get this right this time.
That's probably why I didn't take Sorcery at my wizard.
It spec'd into a unusual build for Elden Ring, and it's going to use its sleep gas. 2 actions.
Oh, fun.
So everyone needs to make me a will save, please.
Wait a minute. Oh, this could kill us.
You know, I'm gonna use a hero point for that.
That's fair.
There we go.
That is a success.
3 separate ones for this.
That is a critical failure for Aerith.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What
You want to use a hero point?
Mario?
Yeah, I'll use a hero point.
All right, feel free to roll again.
Okay.
Aerith really said it's fine.
All right, so that is a failure, but not a crit failure.
Aerith really said
That's
it's
fine.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Who else needs to roll? We need still
Ophelia.
Igra's small party.
Yeah, I'll wait till after Ophelia and then I'll just do everyone's.
Okay, Ophelia, so give me a will save.
Wow.
That is exactly what you
Wow.
needed for a success.
God.
So stupefied 1 for 1 round. Alrighty, I need a 14 or better for Igra.
Stinky to sleep here.
12. I'll do all 3 and then I'll decide which one I want a hero point. Gamma. 24.
Success.
Choco. 17. I will hero point Igra's. Still get a 12.
Oh, that's a crit failure.
That's fine.
Evil.
All right, so anyone who got a failure, you fall unconscious.
Give me 1 second.
So if you're unconscious,
I need to check something quickly.
what happens to
That's
Gamma?
what I need to check something quickly. A manifest Eidolon.
Quick, wake him up.
If you're reduced
I think
to
there is an
0,
action where you can wake up an unconscious person.
There is, and Eidolons don't go away on unconscious. It's only when you're reduced to 0 hit points.
Oh, thank
Okay.
And this is in D&D where going unconscious immediately puts you to 0 hit points.
Mhm.
Well, actually, let's check that.
That's a very good point, actually.
Let's check that.
Let's see. Avi, you got a success. So you were stupefied 1 for 1 round.
Mhm.
Spell unconscious.
Aerith, you are unconscious for a minute unless someone wakes you up.
Okay.
Ophelia, you are stupefied 1 for 1 round. Gamma is stupefied 1 for 1 round, and the rest, Will and Choco are asleep possibly for an hour unless someone wakes them up.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's not in the Roll20 database.
Oh, pardon me. Choco did not fall, not an hour. He only failed, not critically.
Yeah, I'm just checking the Easy Tool website quickly.
Yeah, we haven't come across this before.
Unconscious. Condition. You're sleeping.
You're sleeping or you've been knocked out. You can't act. You take a -4 status penalty to AC perception and reflex save, and you have the blinded and flat-footed conditions.
If you're unconscious because you're dying. Okay. You wake up in one of the following ways. You take damage. Receive healing. Someone shakes you.
Someone uses an action to, slap you or shake you. So yeah, there's nothing in there that indicates you immediately drop to 0 hit points.
How do we want to... I don't think Gamma can even act now then, though.
No. Gamma needs your orders to act. But they can still absorb hits, maybe.
Two of you work together to coordinate your actions. You and your Eidolon share your actions in multiple...
Speaking of which, just to get the rest of the oozes turn out, 24 on Gamma.
Keeping in mind that does damage Igor and will wake him up. 24.
That's true.
Oh.
That is a side benefit of being a summoner, I guess. You're hard to keep unconscious if your summon is still up. That will hit, you say?
Yeah, not crit though. Just a 24,
Okay.
You said?
10 bludgeoning damage, and I cannot constrict you because I don't have an action left to spend on that.
Yep.
So you wake up?
Yeah.
Igra does, though you are automatically prone on the back of your bird, I guess.
That's fine. Is the bird awake?
We're going to have to figure out how that works exactly. Because you fell asleep, so.
Yeah, is the bird awake?
The bird is failed, so they are stupefied 1. No, they fell asleep too.
Okay, cool.
But they
I
didn't
have to wake
critically.
them up.
So you both are prone on the ground.
That tells me what I need to do. Thank you.
All right. That brings us to Avi, who is asleep.
No, I am not. I rolled a 27.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you
I am very much awake. Thank you.
You're very much awake.
I'm gonna use something that I prepared at the beginning of the day, which is Pocket Library. So I
Educate this fool.
Okay.
So I can get a +1 on this Arcana check against this guy. 23.
23. And because you've been doing Arcanas just on all the oozes, you have had experience of the 2 different oozes already. I will tell you that this one has all the same immunities as the previous ones, including now the piercing and slashing. And you think, just judging by the look of it, it's also got that split ability. So slashing and piercing, you got to watch out for.
That's actually good to know.
Electricity as well.
Nope, actually, electricity, it does not have any immunities to electricity or splittingness. I think the electricity thing is specific to ochre jellies.
That's kind of what I was hoping for, but I didn't know to be sure. Also, on a success, I get like extra information about the either information or context about the creature. Is there any like special fun little information or context about this creature?
I will tell you that this creature is the source of all the super happy, really healthy plant life around it. In fact, you think that the plant life in there is so healthy, it's all difficult terrain in there unless you pass a reflex save, because it's just this little ooze is making all the plants super healthy.
Interesting. All right. Well, then since I can't move to an advantageous point for lightning bolt, I will just telekinetic projectile this round.
That will hit, but
Well, it
cannot
doesn't.
possibly crit, which is sad. You guys are getting a lot of crit rolls tonight, but none of them matter.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 10
So
damage
that is my
because
turn.
11?
11.
11 with Bard Song. I have yet to use this ability in combat, but my familiar does have the independent trait. Can I have her just like like cat boop Aerith on the nose to try to wake her up?
I mean, I'm not
independent
familiar
trait-
with the independent thing.
Let me give you the rundown. The independent trait gives my familiar an action regardless of whether or not I use an action to give her an action. I just haven't been using it because just hasn't been a whole lot of reason to.
Technically, you get to direct 4 actions in your turn then.
Technically, yes. But one of them is my familiar's.
Yes, who has a limited skill set. But
yes,
by all accounts, yes. The you are adjacent, so technically Agate could just bat Aerith in the face with the tail.
Let me be very clear about this. In an encounter, if you don't command your familiar, it still gains 1 action each round. Typically, you decide how it spends that action. But the GM might determine that your familiar chooses its own tactics rather than performing your preferred action. It doesn't work on valet and similar abilities, but
so I get to determine the specifics of the action.
Yes.
So Garnet keys on Aerith. No.
Agate? I don't know who Garnet is.
Friend from Crystal Cove or Crystal Beach, I don't know.
We're just gonna start calling
Garnet from Steven Universe.
Beach City.
Yes, that was the reference.
Opal.
I mean, don't you have an opal right there tonight?
No, wait, we can't say opal. We can't say opal on the tabletop RPG stream.
Oh, yeah.
We're literally talking about gems. Just gems.
They always save the day. Anyway, so yes, the tiny cat familiar bops Aerith on the nose, and so on Aerith's turn, which will be coming up in a little bit, they will be conscious but still prone on the ground. Ophelia, it is your turn, assuming that was all your actions.
Yes.
Okay. And Igora, you'll be up next.
Yep. Aerith's awake?
Yes, or will be on their turn.
Is Choco asleep?
Don't bother waking up Choco. He's literally useless in this fight.
Oof. Yeah. Oh, yeah, piercing damage.
Piercing and slashing damage. Don't bother waking up Choco.
No, Choco, you look like you could use a nap, so I think you're okay being asleep, my friend.
You could use it.
You could use it. We're going to keep Bard's song up, and I am going to... Let's see... No. Man, every time I have a cone attack, I'm like, can't use it.
Yeah.
There's a big 2 frogs in the way.
Wait till you get a flying thing. Then you'll be able to just position yourself in great ways. Just downward.
Flying disc. Maybe I should have taken flying disc.
Don't worry, we'll get you like a magic broom or something.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
So I am going to Forbidding Ward Gamma against the ooze. And keep up Art Song. That's my turn.
Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, that was that turn then, I guess. Igora, you're up. Aerith, you'll be on your turn as you awake from a involuntary cat nap.
Mm-hmm.
Last spell of the day. Oh, that brings me way up past my max. So I'll just go back to max. And then with the last action, Galma's going to belly bump.
31?
31 for 12.
All right. 12 damage.
12 sonic damage. It's got to go fast. And that's me.
Okay. Aerith, you come to from a wonderful dream involving this gigantic ball of yarn that you get just push endlessly.
Just imagine Aerith just like getting closer to the massive ball of yarn and then just a record scratch and being waken up by a cat that's just booping me on the nose.
Booping you on the face. Yeah.
Just like...
Also, you're face down on a slightly slimy cobblestone floor.
Oh, well, that's great. This is great. Big, huge snot bubble just comes out of Eric's nose. And just,
we are in an anime now.
just like, Spy Kids 3D.
Daisy May from Animal Crossing.
Yeah, exactly. Just all out.
All the references.
All the references. You get it. I'm very snotty and very mucusy. I have not used a cantrip, so I would like to use electric arc.
All right.
Yes.
Roll
Yes.
that electric arc.
Meow.
All right,
And
so
then,
that will
yes.
be
14.
that'll be a reflex save for the ooze. Critical success.
Ooh.
It like
Woo.
whoop, turns into like the letter C, and the electric arc goes past it.
How dare you?
You have one action left. Do you want to like stand up?
You know what? Maybe standing up sounds like a really good idea. I'll go ahead and stand up.
Okay. And the ooze goes next and looks at you guys. You rise, only to fall again.
Oh no.
Another one of those
Time for another sleep gas.
Please, I just got
'Cause I
up.
feel like dragging this combat out unnecessarily.
Does it not have a
What are you,
cooldown?
us?
It has no cooldown.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, sorry, no. It can't use it for no. The creature, if you get a critical success, you're
You get a
immune to the
critical
sleep
success.
gas for 24 hours. So no, it does not have a cooldown.
Which
That's
not a crit
awful.
success.
You got a success though, so you're stupefied. Will got a failure, so he's asleep again. Aerith got a success, so you're stupefied.
Gamma's out.
Sleep again. Ophelia, you're asleep again.
I'm
Actually,
Choco's.
Ophelia got a
Choco's
critical
still
failure,
asleep.
but oh no, okay, so hero pointed. So just Will. Oh,
Yeah.
did you roll for Gamma?
Yeah, Gamma's out too.
for a second.
Okay.
I got so confused because you said just Will, and then I looked and I was like, what did Will roll? And then I saw Will.
People roll too fast. I'm trying to keep
Will.
track of everything as Will's rolling.
That's my bad. I'll wait till everyone's done from now on to roll. because
No,
that's
it's
so
not you.
quick.
Will, you're missing the point. It's because everyone was rolling will saving throws. So she was looking at all of the.
That's a good point. The key is noticing the two L's. Like, aha, the imposter.
Like, that's not how you spell Will.
And then it is going to just smack Gamma, who is now asleep. So Gamma has a -4 to AC.
Yep.
23.
Hit.
It's
Does
3.
not crit.
All right, so 15 bludgeoning damage and 6 acid damage.
And we're awake.
The slime is persistent, but not smart.
No, that's fine with me.
Avi, you're up, and you are just stupefied.
I'm gonna move over here. Boop, boop, doop.
I would say that's difficult terrain, but you're not doing enough movement for it to matter.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna finally use one of the lightning bolts that I prepared. Although I think the reflex save. Oh no, that's it. That is what it is.
If it makes you feel better, reflex is its worst save, as I rolled
Yeah.
25.
Well,
the right
that's
spell
still
save,
16,
Lisa?
I think.
Still 16.
That's my turn.
All right, Ophelia, you're up. Igra, you'll be up next. You're awake again.
Alright, we're keeping Bard's song up.
You closed the door on me, Will. I will put you all to sleep over and over again.
This is valid. This is perfectly valid.
I'm probably not going to do it because it drags this out a lot.
brushes herself off and closes the door.
Don't worry, I have goblins removing all doors in this world as we speak.
You said this is all hard.
No, just the plants around the gazebo and the interior of the gazebo.
If I wanted to move over here so that
That's fine.
calm.
Also, difficult just means every square is worth 2, so if you're just doing a little bit of movement, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, I would like to use a hunting him.
Oh, haunting him, okay.
It is a 15-foot gone.
You can angle that so you will only hit the ooze.
How many actions is it?
Level. Okay.
Probably 2, hopefully.
Okay, so we'll probably lose Bard Song then.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, Bard's on
But again,
there.
ooze doesn't really make much of a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, make me a fort save.
I do, but I don't critically succeed.
Are fine. But it does do. Oh no, not all of it is in here, so I don't know if it actually does half damage or what.
I mean, I would assume it does.
Basic fort save, it does half damage.
Half damage? Okay, so it would be equal to my spellcasting ability modifier
which is charisma.
So probably 2 damage.
plus 1d6.
Roll that d6 for me.
Oh, yeah. So
7?
half of that, right? 3 damage.
Yeah. All right. That
That's my turn.
Bard Song is now off for the moment.
Bard Song's on.
Igra,
Oh, I moved, didn't I?
you moved and did 2 actions.
That's true. I did move.
22.
The day the music died. Ooh, Will is feeling aggressive. Those all hit, so that is going to be 9, 20,
30 damage.
30. Oof. Good round.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. Wait, wasn't Gama asleep? Oh, no, I hit him. Yeah.
You hit us.
Yeah.
Gama is hitting from the floor.
Don't have to be.
Aerith, you're up. Ooze
All
is up
right.
next.
I am going to use magic missile since I'm standing up and getting prepared to strike.
How many times did you prepare that today?
I think I prepared it twice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, yes.
Yep.
Yes, I prepared it
Okay.
twice.
And we hadn't used it last time, I don't think.
Nope. I kept track
So
of
this-
all the spells
yeah.
I was using.
Yep, so this is going to be the last time I'm able to use it.
All right, lay it on us.
Okay, here we go. Please! Uno,
Okay,
Oh.
3, 4.
dos, tres.
Okay, so actually pretty good rolls for, D3s or D4s.
Okay.
So 3, 4, 4. So that will be 11 damage in total. So I can do the math on that pretty easily. Yeah. You guys have reduced it to, I think, like a third of its health now. So that's
Sweet.
pretty good. That was Aerith's turn. The ooze is going to forgo the sleep this time. Just because it's really not actually helping that much. Because most of you are casters and can be fully effective while lying face down on the ground.
I wouldn't know that.
I mean, Garl would hate to be constantly being made to fall asleep. Because I think
you're
she would
going
drop
to
her
hate-
weapon.
You're going to hate that then.
I have things prepared. Let's see. So it is going to lash out at Gamma with a pseudopod. 34.
Oh, that can crit me.
That will crit Gamma. So that is going to be 38 damage. 38 bludgeoning damage.
48 damage in total.
Yeah.
Still standing.
And it's going to spend an action to grab you.
Okay.
And then it has 1 action left, and it is going to constrict.
Alright, I go down.
Stop. He's already dead.
I go down.
All right. So Igara and Gamma are unconscious.
Yep,
That
Gamma's
was the
gone.
ooze's entire turn, though. Avi, you are up.
Boopity boop boop, scoobity bop. Bam.
Hey now, Ophelia's the bard.
Okay. Ophelia's laughing like
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That is a failure.
Ooh, well then he takes all of it. Haha.
26. Oh, that's a lot of damage. It's looking sizzling. It's looking slightly calcified, or I don't know what you get when you fry gelatinous substances.
And then I think with my final action, I'm just gonna shield.
Fair enough. Ophelia, you are up. Then Igara will need some saves from you.
you get knocked down.
Oh, nope.
But I get it.
I do like that you guys take care of each other. That's really nice.
Aw.
What are you going to do with your remaining action, Ophelia?
Is that uncommon?
Done.
I mean, some people do prioritize taking the monster down.
Ding.
Eh.
I done.
But this is a story campaign, so people are concerned with keeping people alive, which is nice. Bard Song, which brings us back to Igara, who is just up. You don't need to check.
Yep. So here's what Igara's going to do.
It's looking pretty rough.
One action. How stupid am I? I'm practically a god. Stand. Step.
Ooh.
Froggy strike.
Froggy Kung Fu.
23?
5 damage. You take out 50% of its remaining body mass, but it's still standing.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Put him up!
I didn't hear no bell. Ribbit. Aerith, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized that this thing, if it rolls really well on damage, could insta-kill Igora. Shit. Okay.
Oh. Well.
That's what I thought.
Aerith, it might be up to you to save because it goes next.
Right, okay. So I only used Scorching Ray once, and I prepared...
I think it was used last time, or...
Oh, no, it
Bill
was
used
last...
it twice last time.
I
you do have
used
all
it
your
twice last
cantrips,
time.
though, still, I'm sure, because you can use cantrips as many times as you want.
Right, okay.
Also, Aerith, if you want to just use another magic missile and guarantee the damage, you can drain your bonded item to cast a 3-action magic missile again.
That's true.
Okay,
This time it would have Bard Song.
It would.
okay. So,
Take your bonded item. Give me your power.
okay, so run through that really quickly.
All right.
Yeah.
So free action drain your bonded item. That gets you. That's a once a day ability wizards have. That gets you one of your spell slots that you've prepared back. Then
Okay.
Use your next 3 actions to cast magic missile.
Okay, so just cast Magic Missile.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Unless you get incredibly unlucky.
I hope I don't.
Okay, that was enough. It had
Oh, that
5
was
hit
okay,
points
cool.
left.
Oh,
You splatter the thing, and that ends this particular encounter.
splat!
Oh, was this thing on the map layer the entire time?
What?
No? I can't seem to click on the slime. That's weird. Oh, I'm on the... Oh, but that's because I'm on the ruler.
Would I be able to take maybe a sample of this slime? Because this was the one that was helping
You
the
certainly
plants to
can.
grow.
It seems to be losing its vitality rapidly.
Right. Not to like save it, but to maybe be
Yeah.
like, this was the one that was helping
Yeah.
instead of hurting them.
Is there a way to heal it?
Nope, just as a peek behind the corner, the reason it was on top of the gazebo is because a plant literally spit it up there like tobacco.
Ha.
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So there's no way to heal it and keep it in a jar?
Not you guys killed it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just going to...
So yeah, you guys have now managed to clear the entirety of the carnivorous garden.
Is there anything special inside the gazebo?
Give me a perception check for anyone who wants to inspect the gazebo.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Little discern secret. 20.
Oh.
29. Nat 20.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
Because you rolled a crit. Just inspecting, something catches your eye on the wood of the bench of the gazebo. In a crudely drawn little heart, there is a C and a K.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
Just very you dog.
Also, you see someone also wrote in a very flowery script that they still managed to carve in the wood. For a good time, check out the black hat.
That's funny.
You guys, we have to make sure we remember to help Shazare.
So you do point this out to everyone, right?
Of course I do. Ophelia lives for the drama, the tea, and sharing the tea.
It does seem a little faded, so it's not anything new, by the way, the carved wood. So yeah, you guys have dispatched the oozes in the carnivorous gardens. Natufo is incredibly grateful. She admits that she should have been more careful with introducing new life forms to a delicate ecosystem, blah, 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 but insists that she made many useful discoveries for future work. She asks the heroes to relay her thanks to her brother but requests that they perhaps downplay the chaos they encountered in the gardens, or she will never hear the end of it.
I just look her dead in the eye, and I just say, I'm going to tell him every detail.
Oh,
Igor, be nice.
you.
She didn't do it
Like,
on
no, I
purpose.
probably deserve
It's
that.
like, just covered in blood.
Well,
But
if it's any consolation, we did find an ooze that actually seemed to be maybe a little bit helpful. Like everything around it was growing really strong.
that she takes that, and it very much improves her mood, actually. Nantufo awards the players 60 gold pieces for your help. Not each, mind you, but 60 gold pieces. Also, and I'm just going to tell you this now because it apparently happens a few days later, but there's no reason not to tell you now. They nags her brother at the school a little bit and managed to get you guys a staff of abjuration.
Ooh.
But that,
Is
Yeah.
okay. It's 15 gold pieces each, by the way.
I'm assuming one of you is our arcane school caster.
Two of them
Yes,
Okay,
myself
good.
and Aerith.
Good, because turns out you can get a staff of other schools if necessary, if you were all druids for some reason.
are.
All right, so that was the entirety of Oozing into Trouble. You guys have successfully solved another of the service to the city assignments. So, to recap, you guys have completed Suspicious Alchemy, Busker Woes, Ghost Stories with a lingering need to cap that one off, and Oozing into Trouble. One more, and you guys will probably level up.
On a side note, it's 2,000 gold for a broom of flying for Ophelia.
Oh,
Wow.
that's brutal.
You guys need to hit what is it? Flipper Town, or what is it? Hit the
Flip
casino.
Town.
Flip Town. Hit the casinos.
So it's a staff of abjuration.
Yes, staff of abjuration.
Well, that's worth 115 gold pieces when we sell it.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh.
you guys, if you don't have a use for it, feel free.
The spells it grants are Alarm, Featherfall, first level, and then second level, Dispel Magic, which is, as a wizard, made
Not as
largely
useful in
useless.
Pathfinder. Yeah.
Endure elements and resist energy.
Oh.
Moving us back to the school map.
We'll just do a storyline of when we're in the casino, and then we just.
Well,
So,
if we ever make it there.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we wanted one of our wizards and witches to have that as like a buffing mechanism for like some very specific things, it would work. Or we could use that and be halfway to another staff of our choice.
I think I might be in favor of putting it towards something a little bit more useful, but I don't feel strongly about that. But yeah, so do we want to go on another little adventure or get one started for next week?
Should we maybe? We just got that. We just got some more gold, and we're all sitting on a lot of gold.
You guys are saying this over, a late dinner back at the campus now.
Should we maybe, and just hear me out, get our stuff together as to maybe getting some upgrades for everyone and getting some people kitted out?
I want to go buy a chicken.
What do you need a chicken for?
Well, I got a chicken and it turned out pretty good. Maybe I could get one too.
To be fair, that may have just been a juvenile death bird the entire time. It may not have been a chicken.
That's true. Still a chicken to me.
Everyone feel free to give me a perception check real quick.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm in the wrong menu.
A spanking 9.
Avi. You see, you happen to notice, as you guys were contemplating your tasks, over in a far nook and cranny of the cafeteria, or dining hall, what have you, is Shazeri seems to be poring over with quite a bit of intent a scroll.
I go over to Cesare.
Oh,
Hello.
good evening. Hello.
What is that scroll?
Well, I managed to get my hands on a flyer from the shop, involving in the
Hmm.
it is a sampling of their catalog. Do you want to take a look?
Yes, 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 please.
And this is a long scroll because alongside each entry there is a small illustration that has been painted of the item in question.
Ooh.
And you notice there are actually no prices listed, and Cesare mentions that the owner thinks that listing prices is very gauche. And for the kind of people who would peruse his shop, price is not an object. But the items on the scroll, not all the ones in the shop, but these are ones that were seen fit to be put on the scroll. A vintage potion of greater invisibility in an ornate flask.
Vintage.
An ancient dragon skull with its life story carved into the bone.
Cool.
An antique force katana encrusted with mysterious blood red crystals.
I study the blade.
Yeah. An entirely impractical golden lyre with inlaid sapphires, noting that the strings themselves are made of gold and thus making it a not functional lyre.
Ophelia, you couldn't actually play it.
Yeah.
But it would look pretty on my wall.
That's true.
A single gold coin rumored to be the key to a tavern in a pocket dimension.
Ooh.
Okay.
An anonymous journal from one of the first students of the Megambia. So it's very old. A mummified arm belonging to the proprietor of the Black Hat. An entire suit of plate armor decorated with sections of Megambia colored glass. So it's an armor decorated with stained glass, apparently.
That sounds wildly impractical.
And the thing you notice at the bottom of the list, with a visible fingerprint in the scroll from where Cesare may have been holding it very tightly, a painting of a seaside scene wrapped in chains with charms hanging from the chains.
Cesare, you didn't mention that this painting had any magical properties.
As far as I'm aware, it didn't. It does not seem to list that it is magical in any sort.
But then why would it be all chained up?
I cannot say.
Huh.
It's possible it was originally chained to something.
I suppose.
Keep it safe.
Huh. Well, isn't that interesting?
Some interesting items, to be sure. Though I wonder how many of them are stolen.
Probably a lot of them, I think.
I mean, if
Can I
they're
do some
stolen
kind of
items, we can-
arcana check or occultism check to see what would be the purpose for those chains?
You can do an arcana or occult check. Admittedly, you have almost no context for this, so the DC is going to be quite high.
I'm going to use discern secrets.
Okay.
Shocking, I know. 19 is not going to do it.
Yes, unfortunately, there's just too many possibilities. Like, the painting could be alive. The painting could be a spell held in stasis. It could be cursed or something. It could be just a giant mimic. Imagine an art gallery filled with paintings that are actually mimics.
Would be more of a zoo, I think.
I mean, when you get close to them, yes.
So are we robbing them or not?
She's there like,
When is the gallery?
sorry?
Well, this is a scroll is like an advertisement for like a gallery or a place.
No, it
for
is
these to
it
be.
is simply a sampling of their catalog.
Mm.
I acquired it from someone who had previously been to the shop and was given the scroll.
So then we know where the shop is.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I know where it is. I'm just not welcome inside its doors. He apparently will choose to let you in. There is a system involving like some sort of telescope and a horn that you speak into, and he unlocks the door from the inside.
Does he dislike Mogami students?
I am not entirely sure. I may have been a tad confrontational when I learned he had the stolen object, and much like a few gambling and drinking establishments in the city, I imagine there may be a picture of me on the inside now that says, "Do not serve this cat."
Hmm.
Well, I mean, do you think he might listen to reason if we went in and asked?
I mean, if you don't
Politely?
mention my name, quite possibly.
Well, of course.
Yes.
No
But
offense.
I would also personally recommend that in case things do not go well for your own sakes, for your careers here at the school, he's speaking quite quietly, perhaps do not go in a open capacity as students.
Yeah.
If things go wrong and he simply thinks you are wandering people, it may not get back to the school as easily.
Right.
I appreciate your help. I would prefer this not to damage your careers.
Yeah.
You are the rising stars and the pride of the Spire Dormitory.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
That's true.
All right.
You guys have done a lot of good things, I hear. A lot of messy things, but good things.
Oh, messy. Oh my goodness. Today was a mess. Today was a mess.
Reaches over and pokes a tiny little globule of ooze off of you.
You
I
are
think
welcome to do with that what you may.
I've already tried experimenting with fermenting oozes. It did not go well.
No, it didn't go
He
well
manages
for
a
the-
three-pointer toss into a nearby garbage bin.
Eris in the background. Kobe.
Toby. So,
Over.
team, what if we sent Igora and Ophelia into the shop to maybe just like
Oh,
read
Will's
with
smiling.
them and ask real politely. And we
As
don't
you
have
say,
to-
ask really politely, you just see Igora putting a wooden club into their backpack again.
Igor has a
Aw.
really good track record of asking people things politely.
Well, that's why I'm sending you both together.
Does Shazera need to do a perception check to see if you're lying?
I mean, the whole school fucking found out about that whole like mail incident.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Listen,
We've gotten better.
You have gotten better.
We
I can buy a gun.
redeemed ourselves from that, I think.
hopefully we'll see.
You guys almost put a whole ass spirit to rest because you chose to talk to it. You just didn't have the key item necessary to actually solve the haunt, and that was not at all your fault.
But maybe we send Igora and Ophelia in to talk to him, and then if talking to him doesn't work, we still have two people that he hasn't recognized yet who can like maybe do some sneaking.
Contingency plan, I like it.
That's maybe what I'm thinking. So maybe we
I
can
think it
start
would be
with-
best, though, if I stay far away from your efforts. If he even gets a hint of me or any of his horrible little monkeys do, the whole thing will be blown.
little monkeys.
I forgot.
Oh, I didn't mention that? Were you not here for that, McKenna?
I don't remember the monkeys, but it could just
So-
be me forgetting.
To summarize, Jazera just tells you, the guy doesn't really trust easily at all, but what he does is he has very rigorously trained about a handful of monkeys that will work in the shop for him. They will leap. There's little like handholds around the ceiling of the shop. They will leap back and forth, and they keep an eye on people and they hand him things. It's possible they have magic items secreted away that on command they will pull out and like throw at you.
Ooh, okay.
So, and they
Interesting.
have been trained specifically to be very unfriendly. They are like he knows that some people have a way with animals, especially in a city where there's probably plenty of druids around. So he has made them very loyal to himself, and it would be very hard to get these monkeys on your side outright of like magically charming them.
Interesting.
But I would never charm an animal.
Also, they are just monkeys, so they will throw things at you possibly.
Hey, once
Just
Yeah,
randomly.
monkeys are mean. Monkeys are really mean. I'm saying this in and out of character.
I once had a gym partner who was a monkey.
How'd that go?
Ha
There you Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, Igora, we head into the shop.
We maybe want
Yeah,
to.
it will be nice.
You guys want to do some scouting or like checking throughout the city?
Sure, we
Yeah.
could ask around about him.
All right. If you guys like, you can either give me a society or a Magambia lore check to do a little sleuthing.
Can I do diplomacy to gather information?
I got a
Sure.
29 in society. We live
Oh,
in-
dang. Ophelia and Avi Avi coming in strong.
Wow.
Okay, so,
Uh,
all
I'm
right.
gonna
So,
put some disappointment in the chat.
Rip.
well, just because you guys got 2 nat 20s, I'm just going to give you the results of both the things, even though you didn't roll as well for Megambia lore. So the 2 things you learn, Nardu, the guy who runs the shop, is very paranoid and untrusting, but also has a rather inflated sense of self-importance, you hear, by talking to just a few people. He views his shop as an institution of the city and a leader in the fine goods community, though no one else in the business likes him. And the other thing you learn, there are rumors. You guys talked to a few of the buskers and a few of the kind of low-life criminals you guys got information from in the busker assignment, that there is rumor that some of the goods he has, he launders for Frog's Lake.
Hmm.
Ah, that could give us an in, Ophelia.
Yeah, we
Because, since everyone else in this city has been mistaking me for frog's legs.
yeah.
Also, you learn the exact number of monkeys he has in the shop. 4.
4.
Yeah. One of them apparently carries like a switchblade on it with its tail.
Oh,
The
it's
Switchblade
fine
Monkey is
if-
like the name of my next band.
I like it.
If we snap at it, it will run away.
I don't know. These monkeys have a high will save. Well,
What?
gonna go rumble with them sharks.
Yeah.
I love it.
Interesting.
Obviously, you just need to recruit 1 gorilla that counters 4 monkeys.
All right, Ophelia. Well, shall we go and try to do this diplomatically?
Yeah, we can go diplomatically.
Why are you winking?
I mean, you're ready to use magic to brainwash him, right?
I'm gonna see if he wants to listen to a nice little ditty first.
Okay,
No.
good.
Apparently, he has an ego, so if I sing a song about him, mayhaps he will like it.
Perhaps we can break it.
So do you guys approach the shop?
We do.
Yes.
All right. So the first thing that strikes you about the shop is it's kind of like constructed like a lodge, like a longer sort of building where there's the entrance at the front and then it kind of goes back a ways. But you do also notice there aren't really any windows.
Yeah.
The building itself is very nice. It seems like an effort is made to keep it nice and clean. It's like nice dark wood, and any sort of metal fixtures on it are kind of brass. The ones outside seem a little faded with weather, but they're still quite nice. And there are a few multicolored lanterns hanging out front. And there is a door with a very ornate brass knocker that has kind of a scowling monkey face as the thing holding the knocker.
We gonna knock?
Ah, yes. Hello. A voice comes from a kind of brass tube you guys see on the side now.
Proceeds.
Ah, welcome to Nadu's Emporium. It is wonderful to meet you. May I have your names for my ledger?
Hi! It's nice. Nice to meet you. I'm Fifi.
Is that with a PH or an F?
So nice of you to ask. That is a PH.
Well, manners make the merchant, my dear.
Why, of course.
It's Eloic.
Eloic, yes. So, Fifi, what brings you and your attendant with you to the
Please,
shop today?
manservant.
Yes.
Well, we have heard of your goods and we wanted to take a look.
Oh, well, far be it from me to keep you from the delights of the Emporium. And you hear the sound of several, like, deadbolts, large ones, like clunk, 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 clunk. And then, almost with no sound at all, well oiled, the door gently swings open. And you go into do you enter into the shop?
After you, my lady.
All right, yeah, we go right in.
All right. You guys cross the threshold. For a moment, your attention is immediately drawn by you see a little bit of frenzied movement above you. The place is actually seemingly not that well lit at the moment. There are a lot of lanterns hanging around, but they all seem kind of dimmed. And as you're kind of taking in the interior and your eyes are adjusting, the door, click, chuck, 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 behind you. And then, dramatically, the lanterns flare to life. And suddenly you're bedazzled a little bit. And when your eyes adjust, you see a long hall with a relatively kind of simple counter at the far end with a high-back chair with its back to you, which then immediately swivels around. And there's an older gentleman there, darker complexion, and his hair is kind of like the Hugh Jackman Wolverine when it sort of like comes out vertically on the sides and seems to shine in the candlelight. It's possible he's using a lot of product. He also seems, even from a distance, you can tell there's something sparkling on one of his teeth because he's got a big smile. And along the sides of this long hallway, it alternates between very heavy-looking glass cases with objects inside of them and very large, overly large paintings of like him in front of nice landscapes, but it always seems like he is centered and the landscape is like secondary in the background.
Igor just whispers into Ophelia's ear, "Huh, nice shop. Shame about his penis."
Just pulls a strike right there.
Dart of movement above you. Out of curiosity, Aerith and Avi, what are you guys doing at this point? Are you guys across the street? Are you back at the school?
I think I'm out casing the joint, like, on the outside. Like, maybe there's no windows, but maybe there's, like, a servant's entrance or, like, a
give me
secret
a
tunnel
perception
somewhere.
check.
I'm gonna do a little discern secrets, and come on, roll 20.
Are you also casing the joint, Aerith?
Ugh, no, 17 is not gonna
I am with Avi only because I don't like being alone, even though
Sure.
Bob is with me. But I brought a sandwich for the trip, so I'm eating that and like kind of across the street from the door, and I'm watching the door just in case if anything happens while I'm just kind of munching away on my sandwich. Bob comes out occasionally, gives him a piece of lettuce, and then he goes back in.
You know what? I'm gonna have Agate also make a perception check. Nope.
Oh, actually, two things you discover. One of them, because it's really not that hard to notice, there is another door to the shop around back, sort of in an alley kind of area, but it looks even more heavily secured than the other one, and it is larger. You think this is probably where large goods are taken into the shop, like a freight door. And one thing you do catch, because you rolled, Agate rolled over an 18, as you were walking around, suddenly Agate kind of tenses up on your next to you and hisses a little bit, and you look, and she's looking up, and you happen to see a monkey jump from another roof onto the roof and turn like a steeple on the roof over onto its side and pop down into a hole, and then it reaches up and pulls the steeple back down.
Ooh.
But admittedly, this is a small opening possibly, but monkey-sized.
Not smaller than me.
No, the monkey is about the same size as you.
We are both tiny creatures. Interesting.
So back into the shop. Yes, you guys are in this hall. There are, between you and the desk, it's just a long, elegant carpet on the floor. a few pillars, and then against the wall are all the egomaniacal paintings and several cases with items in them.
Ooh, what do we see? Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, it's well, yeah, go ahead and roll it, so in case you notice anything really interesting.
I do not.
You do see a couple things from the scroll. Not everything, but you do see the golden lyre, and you see, that is like that thing probably weighs as much as I do, and could not produce a musical note to save its life, but it is very pretty. You also see in a kind of longer case rather than a tall one, a kind of shriveled dark purple arm.
That's the arm.
And you feel for a second like it's a trick of the light, but like, no, it was always giving you a thumbs up.
I think as Ophelia's looking about, Igora just starts walking down the hall towards that desk, and now is just like standing with their back to like, they like, as they're walking up, they kind of just bow their head to the guy and then turn around and just stand with their back facing the desk, basically keeping an eye out for Ophelia. And I just like turn my head. I try my best not to rush her while she's shopping.
Very wise, very wise. I know it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it's quite the wonderful shop you have here.
Yeah. Tempted to make you give me a deception check.
But technically, he hasn't lied yet.
Yeah, but he might be being sarcastic.
No, I'm being quite honest. It's very ostentatious.
Yeah. You get the impression he may not actually know what ostentatious means. Will, give me a perception check.
Oh, God.
Another one?
Oh, no, that's fine. So, yeah, you clock something in this room. There is a little platform above the door, such as in a way that it's impossible to see when you first walk in. You'd literally have to walk in like 5 feet, turn around. Mm-hmm. There is another little chair up there. And sitting in the chair, and you can see it now in the lantern light, there is a monkey there with a half torn away ear that's just doing like the butterfly knife thing with a switchblade, and just it is watching you. Just
if I may, while my lady is browsing, we did come here for a few items of interest. It may save you a little bit of time when she makes her way over here.
Oh, you've been forewarned of the wonders in my shop.
Yes.
What did you have your eye on?
Yes, she saw a lovely flyer whilst we were lunching, and she saw a painting that caught her eye.
Oh yes, the painting, the seaside scene, as I am calling it.
Yes.
Sadly, it came into my possession from sad circumstances. It seemed to be from an estate sale. Family hard on times. Matriarch passed away and they had to sell some items. It is of exquisite quality, though. It just didn't come with much information. Give me a perception check if you want.
No, he's lying.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a hero point on that. There we go, 24.
Yeah, he is seemingly making things up as he talks here. As a matter of fact, he gestures to his left, and because you guys failed the initial perception check, you're just now noticing it. The painting is there.
Okay. And
now that it's not a little illustration on a scroll, you can see that it is actually a lovely oil painting of seemingly a beach, but then kind of going off to the side out from the beach, there is stones set into both the beach and then into the water, leading out to a circular stone platform out the water. And on the platform appears to be like a sakura tree, curved outward and then back in. And there seems to be like a rug and some pillows on the circular platform, just sitting out there in the middle of the water.
Mm-hmm. Ow, I'm suddenly in pain.
But it is also chained up with wooden charms with some sort of writing. What languages do you speak, Igora?
Common, Gripply, Sylvan, Druidic.
Yeah, you don't recognize the language on the charms.
Yeah, it's probably Tien.
I mean, you can give me a society check.
With my -1, untrained,
You can always try.
let's not even waste the time.
Yeah, you're not sure.
I think as Ophelia continues to look, I'll just like keep having small talk with him. And like as I'm having the small talk, I'm just going to basically interlace things like, yes, she's a traveling type. We've been about all of Galarian almost together. She's been quite prolific with her reviews of such. From what I understand, she likes to create newsletters of the different shops in different cities that are sort of underground and could become much more busy after she visits. Basically,
So you're essentially trying to pass her off as like a
Influencer.
Yelper.
as an influencer.
By the way, Ophelia, just because we didn't specify this, I'm assuming you guys didn't come up in like your school uniforms and stuff. What are you wearing?
Oh, you know Ophelia
Igora too, but
brought
Got you
her
on this one.
finest wear. Like she's in like, let's see, like almost like silky looking kind of low cut blouse with a nice skirt that's almost like pencil but like flares out at the bottom like
Ooh, Little Mermaid.
like a tulip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, monochrome colors, really brings out the lilac in her hair and pink in her eyes.
all right. And Igora, what are you
Cute.
wearing?
Well,
Fresh.
for those of you who've played Dragon Age, if you've ever seen Varric,
Oh, so showing off a little of that frog.
so
chest
like
hair?
it's like he has like the dress shirt undone enough to show off frog chest hair if there was such a thing as frog chest
No.
hair, but there's not.
Just gleaming frog cleavage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very comfortable.
Show a little chest, you know.
Yeah. It's all natural. It's all fine.
Yeah. So as Igor is making small talk with Ophelia, is there anything you wanted to focus on, or you just want to saunter your way down the red carpet? It is literally a red carpet.
Literally sauntering my way, taking note of every object and monkey, doors.
So, can I ask you a question?
Huh?
So, can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
Does Ophelia have the wonderful skill feat that lets you make impressions with performance?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If you're starting the room for looking for monkey entrances and the like, give me a perception check.
Okay.
25. In a interesting little bit of synchronized kind of observation, while you saw the monkey come in the roof through the kind of secret little thing, you notice, Ophelia, there is a large kind of solid chandelier at the top that actually obscures view above it. And as you're looking at it, it shifts a little bit, like something just kind of plopped down on top of it. And you think, oh, there might be a monkey up there just now, but where did it come from? Yeah. And you do notice a few other things in the room that weren't specifically in the flyer. There is a human-sized skull sitting on a black velvet cushion inside a display case, and the skull itself is inlaid with gold in sort of curves and swirls and stuff, and it seems perfectly embedded in the skull. It's not like sticking off or it's not like attached. It has seemingly been carved into grooves, or grooves were carved into the skull and then filled in with liquid gold. And one eye has a purple gem in it. And in other places, there is the classic kind of D&D thing, what appears to be a hand of glory, a severed hand holding a candle that is unlit.
she's just looking around at everything, and she kind of takes out a pad of paper to take note of like the really cool things for later.
Nardu just sits back, seemingly very satisfied that people are admiring his collection in his chair.
Yes, it's
A monkey hops up from beneath the counter and hands him a little silver case. And he takes it.
what's your vice?
Oh, it's just a little beetle snuff. It's a refined variant.
I see.
It's all the rage in the high circles, you see.
Oh, yes. We were just at a little shindig last evening.
Oh, really? Where?
Up in the northern sections of the city. Nothing special in my opinion. If I'm being honest, the majority of the folks here are nothing compared to my lady's sense of style.
Just out of curiosity, Will, is Igor putting on an accent?
Yes.
You were just talking her off,
Yeah.
And then she just trips over the last 5 feet to the counter.
I've always personally been a fan of Bloodleaf myself, but that's a little bit difficult for some people.
Yes, not exactly my cup of tea. Yes. And as Ophelia finally saunters up to the counter, we are probably going to end there tonight. And as before we launch into the heist, I don't know if we're doing a honeypot, if we're doing something else. I don't know what we're doing here, but I'm very excited to see where this goes. And we'll pick up we're still on for next week for this, right? Well,
yep, we're still on for next week for this one. All of our tabletop RPG shows will continue during
to see if the heist goes south or in a better direction.
All right, but everyone, thank you so much for coming to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands AP. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like the League of Amazing Adventurers on Wednesday. We're just starting a new arc. It's a dragon battling gauntlet. It's going to be a great time. Lots of RP. Chip is back. Garl's back. Everyone's around. Ascendancy, Elisandra, Nimbus, Lynx, the whole party, Corellia Cassandra, the mental trauma Eidolon. It's going to be a party. So thank you all so much for coming. Check out our other shows, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.